All rise. Oyez, oyez. The United States District Court for the Southern District of Illinois is now in session. The Honorable Gilbert C. Seeson presiding. All persons having business before this honorable court, draw near, give attention, and you shall be heard.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Please be seated. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a formal court proceeding in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Illinois. The purpose of this proceeding is to induct these new citizens to become new United States citizens. So the first order of business, ladies and gentlemen, is I'd like to introduce the O'Fallon High School Air Force Junior ROTC, who will be presenting the colors, and Katie Keller from Waterloo Junior High School, who will be singing the Star Spangled Banner. At this time, I would like everyone to please rise. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great honor to be here with you this morning. In many ways, this is a formal court. There's a lot of unique things about this very specific court proceeding. Number one, and one of the most important things is, if you notice that when you watch television, there's usually never any cameras in a federal court. State court, yes. Federal court, no. Federal court, video and audio proceedings are strictly prohibited, except for this ceremony. This is a formal court proceeding. I have a court reporter here that's transcribing everything that is being said to you. The video memorializes this moment for all time. The other thing, too, that I think is pretty poignant is that this is the only court proceeding where everyone is happy. You know, in court, there's a plaintiff, a defendant, or the government, or the defendant, and someone either goes home happy or someone goes home unhappy. Someone is not satisfied, someone is satisfied. But here, everyone, there's a smile on their face. There's a smile not only on the candidates' faces, the families' faces. It is a truly joyous occasion. And aside from weddings, which judges are authorized to do, I think I can speak for pretty much every judge in the United States to say this is our favorite part of being a judge. So this citizenship ceremony is actually very special for me. I was born here. I was born in the United States. I was born in New Jersey. My parents, however, emigrated here from the Philippines. My mother from Imus, Cavite in 1968, and my father from Bantay, Ilocos Sur in 1963. So they both immigrated here. Shockingly, they met in St. Louis. They got married in St. Louis, and then I was the byproduct of that a year or two later. So if it wasn't for my parents becoming naturalized citizens, I would not be here today serving this great country as a judge. And so for me, especially, and my mother's actually in the back. She wanted to come see this ceremony, and she's a bright and spry 86 years old. But she taught me the value. My father, and the reason this Air Force Junior ROTC was very special, because my father actually served as a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. So again, this sort of brings back some very special memories for me. It reminds me how important being a United States citizen is, and how very blessed I am to actually be a U.S. citizen and to serve this country. So in that regard, you know, I just wanted to give you that, but we'll start these proceedings. And the first order of business, I'd like to welcome Adam Hanna from the Assistant United States Attorney's Office, who will do the honors of presenting the candidates that will be inducted for citizenship.
Thank you, Your Honor. It is an honor indeed. My name is Adam Hanna, and on behalf of the Department of Homeland Security and the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, I am pleased to present to the court 94 candidates from 30 countries for naturalization, whose applications have been approved by the Attorney General of the United States. I respectfully ask that the court administer the oath of allegiance to these candidates for naturalization.
So, Mr. Hanna, has it been shown to the satisfaction of the Department of Justice that these applicants have resided in the United States during the period required by the acts of Congress, and that during all of these periods they have been and still are persons of good moral character, attached to the principles of the Constitution of the United States, and disposed to the good order and happiness of the United States?
Your Honor, on behalf of the Department of Justice, I am authorized to say that this showing has been made.
Thank you, Mr. Hanna. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the big moment. You're about to take the oath of allegiance to the United States. This oath has two parts. In the first part, you will absolutely and entirely renounce allegiance to any foreign state or sovereignty. In the second part of the oath, you will swear and support to defend the Constitution and laws of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. These words are plain. The oath means what it says. I charge you that if any person among you has a different intention in taking this oath, that you reveal it now, to the end that the petition for naturalization filed by that person may be withdrawn or dismissed. Since I have no takers, I will proceed now to the administration of the oath. Would everyone please rise at this time? Or the candidates, excuse me, just the candidates please rise at this time. I apologize. If you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations, everyone. You are now citizens of the United States of America. All right, everyone, please be seated. So I have the honor of introducing someone to you that is going to formally welcome you as citizens of the United States. Mackenzie Arnold is our guest speaker today. She is a graduate of Truman State University with honors back in 2020. She went to law school at St. Louis University School of Law and graduated in 2023. She started her young career as an associate at Sandberg Phoenix and Von Gontard in the Health Law Practice Group. That's where I initially met her, and then in practice before me. And then now she's currently an associate with Hinckley Allen in the Toxic Torts Group. She's also the secretary for the Missouri Asian American Bar Association, and which is an organization that I am a part of and was a big part of my professional development when I was a young attorney prior to taking the bench. So Ms. Arnold is an impressive young woman. She is a young attorney, at least younger than me, and I think she has a very bright future ahead of her. Outstanding attorney and more importantly, an outstanding person. So at this time, I'd like to welcome her to the podium to deliver her remarks.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. It is a pleasure to be here with you all today and an honor to get to say a few words. Let me start by congratulating all of you who became citizens today. I know that it is not an easy process, so it is with admiration and joy that I welcome you as fellow citizens. Citizenship in this country is not an easy feat. It requires time, money, and perseverance. As an adoptee, my story is quite different from most of you. I didn't have to undergo the lengthy process, and despite the numerous photos that my parents took, I don't remember my own naturalization ceremony. Despite that, as an attorney, I took an oath to support our nation's Constitution, just as you did today. Supporting the Constitution means respecting its obligations and both exercising and defending the rights that it guarantees. But more than that, supporting the Constitution means supporting the values and ideals that it bestows upon us. Among these values is a strongly held belief in freedom and liberty. Some may argue that Americans are by nature individualistic, prioritizing our own individual freedom and liberty, sometimes over that of others. I respectfully disagree, and point instead to the line that I believe outlines the true purpose and heart of the Constitution, where we pledge to form a more perfect union. We are a nation of immigrants, and it is precisely our differences that make our country stronger. Immigrants formed our nation and continue to bolster and strengthen it every single day. 8 of the signers of the Declaration of Independence were immigrants, and immigrants have come here from all over the globe ever since. Immigrants are our teachers and our doctors, our engineers and our tradesmen, our lawyers and our judges. Immigrants are our soldiers protecting us, and our neighbors offering us a helping hand in a time of need. Today, by taking the final step to becoming citizens, you are continuing to build upon the dreams and aspirations of our founders. From its inception, the purpose of the United States was to be a place of unity, a union of different backgrounds and opinions with freedoms of speech and religion guaranteed to all. Looking around this room, I see people here from all walks of life. I see people with different upbringings, different cultures, educations, and who may have different opinions. But the fact that you are all here today with the same common goal and the same conviction to become citizens is what unites us and what makes you true Americans. I hope that as you live the rest of your life as an American, you will remember that when you became a citizen, you promised to help work towards our common goal of a more perfect union. It is not easy, and at times it may feel hopeless. You may ask yourself what you, as one single person, can do to change our country. In those times, I ask you to remember this very moment, standing side by side amongst so many others who are different from you, but who share a common goal. Remember that today, by being here and making your own promise to uphold the Constitution, you are already making our country, our union, stronger. Thank you, and again, congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Mackenzie, and I don't think there could be more poignant words for that. You know, when I was studying the Bill of Rights, the focus was always on the rights that we have as individuals. But she's right. Part of that is to form a more perfect union. So remember this bond that you've created here today, not with just your fellow citizens, but your family. And I hope you remember that as you undertake this now new wonderful journey that you have as citizens of this great, great country. So at this time, I'd like to introduce and bring back to the stage Katie Keller again from Waterloo Junior High School. I think she's going to present a couple of a musical selection for us.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this place. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Thank you again, Ms. Keller. Thank you so much. At this time, I would like to bring out the United States Marshal for the Southern District of Illinois, David Davis, who will now lead us in your first Pledge of Allegiance as citizens of the United States.
Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Congratulations, everybody.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to close the ceremony, and you're going to get what you're looking for, which is your formal certificates memorializing you as citizens of this wonderful country. But before I do that and close the court proceedings, I'd like to recognize a few things. And first of all, you're in this wonderful facility, the Jackie Joyner Kersee building here in East St. Louis. And we sort of felt that it was appropriate to do it given the Olympics are going on. I know she was a Summer Olympian. She's one of the most decorated Summer Olympians of all time. But you know, it is the Olympics, and so it was sort of fitting to sort of have this ceremony in this wonderful facility. So I want to thank all the staff of the Jackie Joyner Kersee Center and Jackie Joyner Kersee herself for allowing us to have this this wonderful ceremony in her facility. I'd also like to thank Mackenzie Arnold, who hopefully gave you a good thought about what it means to be American, other than just the rights that you have. There are, with any important thing, you have rights, but you also have responsibilities. And that responsibility to form a more perfect union is indeed something that I would task you to keep in mind as you engage in your citizenship, as you partake in this republic, which now is, as a matter of fact, I just read that the oldest active constitution in the world at this time is still the United States. It is now a 250-year-old experiment, and your injection of this new blood into this country hopefully will continue this experiment for a long, long time. I'd also like to thank Adam Hanna from U.S. He's Assistant United States Attorney from the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of Illinois. He was here to present the candidates, as well as the O'Fallon Air Force Junior ROTC for their wonderful presentation of the colors. And also Ms. Keller, who gave us two very beautiful selections, and she's from Waterloo Junior High. Thank you again very much, Ms. Keller. It was wonderful to hear your voice. And she did it without a microphone, too. She didn't need a microphone. Monica Stump is our clerk of court, and I think sitting here, and Tom Galbraith, she's the chief deputy clerk of court. They're sort of the brains behind the operation of the courts, and so without them, this couldn't be done. Obviously, Dave Davis, U.S. Marshal for the Southern District of Illinois. My courtroom deputy, Ms. Simpson, who is basically my right-hand person. I can't get anything done without her. And again, I thank you very much for making sure that I look good when I do these things. Erin Matakowski is our court reporter. She's the wonderful individual who's taking down everything that was said in these proceedings, again, because this is a formal court proceedings. And Rich Donner, who is from Mudge Legal Video, who's the video person who's memorializing this for all time. I'd also like to thank the Daughters of the American Revolution, who are sitting there in the back, and they're always part of these citizenship ceremonies. And of course, the Women's League of Voters. I think one of your responsibilities as citizens of the United States is to partake in who you select as its leaders. We are a republic. We're governed by the leaders that you select. And so, in that regard, and I also like to thank Christy Rensing. Christy Rensing is probably the true brains behind the operation. She's the one that basically got all this stuff organized, put everything together. None of this would have happened without Ms. Rensing. So Christy, thank you so much for the wonderful job that you did here today. So this time I'm going to bring Ms. Simpson up to formally close court, and then we'll give you instructions on how to receive the certificate. I'll be here for pictures. I'm fine, you can have all your family and whatnot, but I'll be more than happy. This is, again, a joyous occasion for me, and I'm more than happy to be a small part of it. And I almost forgot one of the most important ones are my boss and the Chief Judge of the United States District Court for the Southern District of Illinois, Ms. Stacey Yandel. Ms. Yandel's been on the bench since 2016. She's probably going to give me a lot of flack for this afterward, but I knew I would get through these proceedings without. Well, Judge Yandel is now the Chief Judge of the Southern District of Illinois, and is actually the first African-American female Chief Judge in this district. So very historic. So, I didn't mean to inadvertently forget you. But in any event, I'll bring Ms. Simpson up now to close the proceedings.
All rise. There being no further business before the court is adjourned.